Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to a brand new F1 2021 league racing video. This is PSGL pre-season league race. I think we are approaching season 30 of PSGL, if I'm not mistaken. But you can see the calendar here. Every Wednesday there is a league race for PSGL. We're starting off with Portimao, then Silverstone, Monaco, Paul Ricard, and then we have a break week. Before we go to Hungary,
haven't done any practice.
And Austria, Saudi Arabia for the first time in PSGL. Any other circuits this first time? I don't think so. Portimao maybe? Not sure if we have done that in PSGL before. Actually we have, never mind. Forget what I just said. But yeah, some interesting tracks on there that were not in there in F1 Esports, so that makes it a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a race that counts for the championship anyway.
Because then we're gonna head into it blindly, just like we've done with this one, because this is a pre-season league race, so didn't really want to practice as I was in my 24-hour Le Mans preparation, so didn't really want to focus on this at all. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting, gonna be very hard. Last time I drove on this track competitively was in F1 Esports, which is around 4 months ago. So this is not going to be easy. I think a lot of people have been practicing very hard for this, as the F1 Esports Challenger Series, which is basically the F1 Esports qualifiers are coming up.
Yeah,
and
the
they're racing
30.1
around this track.
We're not going to set it as a banker, more like our final lap probably.
So yeah, as you can hear me say there, someone has done a 130.1 banker, and that is probably what we're aiming for in our final lap. With the practice we have done. So not sure if I actually want to qualify on the softs. So if we're very slow, we might just abandon our last lap and then just go for an alternate strategy, which is what I'm good at. Qualifying is where I suck at. So going through turn 1, pretty smooth, bit wide, but you know, acceptable. Through here as well, all pretty smooth, bit of oversteer through that left-hand section. As you can see, Barry now puts a 130.0 as we go into the second sector, 23.8 as I've gone a bit wide, bit of oversteer mid-corner there, which is acceptable, doesn't lose us too much time, but tire temperatures are going to be slightly up now through the middle section, and especially through this double left-hander coming up, we're going to be struggling with the rear tire temperatures now probably. You see there, big correction on the exit.
Whoops.
You can even say whoops. As I saw the rear tire temperatures be the temperature of the sun, basically. Going through the long right hander now again, big snap of oversteer. Rear tires are completely gone from the few mistakes we made earlier on in the lap. So not a great lap. Opening the DRS now towards the hairpin braking point around the 100 meters. And down to second gear for the very tight hairpin. Bit of hesitation on the turn in, so that cost us more time. And then up to the final corner, down to 5th gear. Pretty nice, or pretty neat last corner. But only a 130.7, which puts us P12, last of the soft runners. Which was kind of understandable after those mistakes. Also, I've done 0 practice laps out of this. So, skipping to the end of qualifying now, we are P17. I did one more lap and then I stopped because I felt like I was going to do around a 130.1, and as you can see there, that would have put us P6, and I would have rather start P11 on the alternate strategy. In the end, I thought I was going to be around P11, not P17, so that's not ideal, because we would have rather start P11 on the hards or the mediums, and then fight from there, because now we have to overtake an extra 6 cars that are going to be on the same strategy. But still, I would rather start P17 than P7 on the softs. So yeah, interesting race up ahead for us, because there's a lot of work to do, even though it's a pre-season league race. As I said, a lot of people practice really hard for this with the Challenger Series coming up. Also, a lot of people have a lot of pace still from F1 Esports. You saw Barry do a 29.7, he had pole in F1 Esports here as well, so he's very fast around here. I'm starting on the hards, as you can see here. A lot of people in the top 10, of course, everyone on the softs.
Some people medium, some people hards.
As you can hear me say, some people on hard, some people on mediums. But looks like it's just Dylan, Warren, me and Alvaro Carrington on the hards. So that's gonna make an interesting race. Only 3 people on the hards. We just need to be patient in the beginning because we're gonna be a lot slower than those medium runners. I expect the softs to drop off extremely aggressively around here. As you can see in our qualifying lap, the softs drop
Dylan
off.
Warren on the hards as well. Just like Walvro Marathon.
So Walvro Marathon on the hards. Yeah, we need to work together a little bit together with Alvaro probably in this race, as he will be equal to our pace. But as I said before, softs are going to be dropping off extremely aggressively, so I don't expect the top 10 to really pull away in those early laps of the Grand Prix. The medium runners are going to be the ones that are going to be really fast off the line. But now let's head into the race then. Starting behind Alvaro Carrington and Jonas Rutten on the mediums next to us. 5 red lights and away we go for the preseason league race of PSGL season 30. Tom Martinez gets a much better start than us on those mediums, but can't really find a way through. I decided to go really wide through here because I want to have a little look around the outside of some people. Alvaro's trying to do the same as me. And now I need to back out for the next left-hander. We overtake Jonas on the inside. You can see those arts don't really have good grip yet as John Evans spins around in turn, on the exit of turn 3. And now I'm going to try and go around the outside again, but it's just a bit of a traffic jam at the moment. Tom Martinez going down our inside on that medium rubber, and he's going to have much more grip than us, so I'm going to battle it a little bit, but once he gets somewhat ahead of us, I don't really want to fight him anymore. Had a little look down the inside of Alvaro, but thought better of it, as pushed Tom a little bit too wide there. But now he's coming back at us around the outside. He's going to have the inside for the next one now, and probably gets past us because he just has much more grip than us at this point in the race. We might get him back later on. You can see he has very high top speed. Maybe he's using his overtake button, maybe he's not. And now we're down to P18, so we've lost 1 position on this opening lap. Now we're halfway into lap 3. You can see Tomek Boraci is already in the hard, so he's already made a pit stop. But net P18 at the moment, behind Tom Martinez, who goes a bit wide. I think he might have flucked up, maybe he just braked a little bit too late. And now we're gonna get the switch back through the long right-hander. A lot more grip on the inside through there, so I'm gonna use my overtake button. Don't think Tom is gonna fight us too hard. He accepted kind of that he made that mistake and gave up on that position. Now he's gonna try and follow us around. Used a bit of my battery there to be safe within the DRS of Alvaro, which we are now 6/10 ahead, so we're gonna get DRS on the next straight. But now on to lap 8. You can see we've dropped Tom Martinez. We've got now, he has now a 3-second time penalty. You can see that in the top left, 3 seconds next to his name. As he just gets into the DRS again. Ulas gets a massive snap of oversteer on that exit, almost into the barrier. Now we're up to P7, as a lot of soft runners have come into the pits for a new set of mediums or hards. Both can work very well around here. You can see there, Time and Shooter on that soft compound, struggling like crazy. You can see Ulas trying to get past him here. Time trying to hold on to that position for his dear life. We go around the outside of Alvaro, as we know this is the moment to try and make use of this situation where Time is going very slow. I'm trying to go down the inside, but I hit the inside curb, almost lost the rear. And now we go around the outside of Timon, who is struggling massively on that soft compound of tires. As I said earlier on, the softs are going to drop off very aggressively, and that is exactly happening to Timon at the moment. Luckily he didn't fight us too hard, so we could go around the outside. As Alvaro goes down the inside, you can see it in my mirror for a brief moment, but can't see it anymore. Now we are behind Ulas, who is on the mediums, but he has lost touch to Liam Parnell, who is 2.5 seconds ahead of us on that medium compound. Medium should be still slightly faster than our hards. I reckon around the lap 13-14 mark is where the switch around will be. But yeah, we can see we have a full battery. Ulas was blinking, which means he's under 10% battery. So I'll probably get past Ulas on the next lap on the long back straight, because once again you can see he is flashing. So on this exit, gonna turn on my overtake button. You can see Ulas start weaving, basically telling us get past us or get past me, because my battery is dead. Now he wants to follow us around to catch up to Liam, of course. Last lap it was 2.5 seconds, now it's 1.92 seconds. So we've gained half a second on that last lap. And now we're going to use our race pace and battery to try and catch up. Liam still has DRS from Samuel, of course. So it's not going to be easy to catch up, as the mediums are still very fast at this point in the race. You can see only half a lap later, we've almost caught up a second to the guys ahead. I did use a lot of battery, and just on the detection zone we were within 1 second of Liam, and that means we're gonna get DRS on this long back straight. You can see I'm using a bit more of my battery to make sure that if I somehow did not get DRS, or I didn't look at it the right way, at the right moment, I mean, that I was always gonna get DRS on the next lap or on the main straight. So 6/10 now, I'm gonna have to recharge my battery as we move on to a few laps later. Samuel went into the pits, so 1 lap later, lap 12, he went to the hards. So yeah, we're not gonna do that. I think Liam and Jake are both not gonna do that either. They are gonna go for the softs, as the softs are extremely fast, but they just drop off very aggressively. So light fuel, you might be able to come back, which is exactly what we're gonna try. We're gonna get past Liam Parnell now. Jake Benham 3 seconds up the road. Our plan is to pit around lap 19, lap 20, as Alvaro Carreton goes down the inside of Liam as well. And Liam loses 2 positions in 1 straight. So that was not a great lap for him. And now we're gonna try and catch up to Jake Benham, who is 3 seconds up the road. So quite a lot of work to do in those next 4 or 5 laps. But as you can see, 3 laps later, we have made it work, and we are within the DRS of Jake Benham now. So I'm gonna try and get past straight away. You see my battery is on 60%, coming through this long right-hander. By the end of the straight, it's probably gonna be around 50 again, as we will get DRS. So I'm gonna try and recharge my battery a little bit on this lap, and then try and get past on my in-lap on Jake Benham if he does not pit on this lap, which he did not. You can see now lap 20 and 1 lap later, and we're right with him. At this point the hards are definitely faster than the mediums of Jake Benham. I want to pit this lap, so I want to have track position, so that if we come out of the pits, we are ahead of any traffic that's going to be there. So this in-lap is crucial. Liam Parnell's pitted and gone for the undercut. Barry, net leader of this race, 9 seconds behind us. Pit stop is around 20 seconds. So if you come out on the softs, we need to catch Barry by around 11 seconds in the space of 8 laps, which is going to be near impossible, not going to lie, but we're still going to try. Now, we made the move on Jake Benham, coming into the pit, big snap of oversteer. It's as I was pushing as hard as possible to try and cover off that undercut of Liam Parnell. We went to the softs 1 lap earlier than us, and you can see there, coming out of the pits in around 7 seconds. We are going to be around 90% on the battery, which is exactly what we want. We want to be able to push as hard as possible in the soft compound tire. Get past people ASAP. And you can see there, on the exit, Liam Parnell is right there. And he managed to overtake Jake Benham, but not us. So that overtake on our in-lap was absolutely crucial. Because now, we've got all the people on mediums and hards ahead of us, who will be easy to overtake because they have so much less grip than us. So we don't have to battle any soft runners. Liam Parnell still in ahead of Jake Benham, which just is a complete pain for both Jake and Alvaro, because they're on brand new softs behind someone with 1 lap older softs, which is quite a big difference around here. As I said, the softs drop off very aggressively, so we need to make moves ASAP. You can see Ulas was struggling with his ERS, so we are gonna go on the attack on this exit here, as again, he's flashing there, so he's under 10% battery. We're gonna go down the inside. He knows there's no point on trying that to defend that on the outside, because by the time we get to the apex, I have so much more grip, I can carry so much more speed. I'll be ahead anyway. Dylan Barman goes to the right, I think, to tell us, go ahead. I don't want to fight you, I'm on old mediums, you're on fresh softs. I don't want to lose more time in this battle. And then Giorgio flashing up ahead as well. So I reckon he does want to battle us because his teammate, his real life teammate from F1 Esports, is in the lead of the race. So he's not going to make this easy for us. But he does not have any battery to fight us at this moment in time. Timing shooter up ahead, goes down the inside of Samuel Bean. And you can see through here, we have so much more grip than Samuel Bean. And we're going to try and go all the way around the outside here, which turns to the inside for the next left-hander. He gives us just enough space to squeeze through on the inside. And that was just perfection. Now we're going to go down the inside of Time and Shooter for the next one. And we've managed to overtake around 5 or 6 people in the space of half a lap. And that just shows how much grip our softs have. And now we need to catch up.
Now we have like 10 seconds to gain to the leaders.
As you can say that, 10 seconds to gain to the leaders. I think on that last lap alone, we gained around 2 seconds to the leaders. And on this lap again, we're gonna gain around 2 to 2.5 seconds to the leaders. But, as you saw at the start of the race, the softs drop off extremely fast. Alvaro Caraton behind us, 2.9 seconds. Jake Benham, who was behind us in the pit stop phase, is now 5.4 seconds behind us. So we went through that traffic a lot faster than these guys. And now we're right with the leading group, but there's only 2 laps to go. And you could see through that left-hander, we don't have the grip anymore that we had in the first few laps. And this is just the issue when you start P17 instead of P11. We lost so much time overtaking people in the beginning and just the lack of track position that if we started P11 we would have probably already been around P4, P3, because that's just how it goes. You can overtake people easier. We wouldn't have to overtake as many people when we came out of the pits because we would have probably been ahead of those people. So the whole race would have been different, but that's completely on me. I should have estimated that P11 quality time slightly better, which we didn't. So yeah, now we're gonna go in the attack. Still P5 or P4 up to grabs if we get a near perfect last 1.5 lap down the inside of Tomac, who was under 10% battery. Tomac goes deep, locks up a little bit, and down the inside we go, and it's up to P6. You can see we still have the fast lap of the race. No one can take that away from us anymore as we're going into the last lap, so if anyone decides to pit, they won't be able to break it. You see Simon Weigang using his overtake button on that straight. We have 50% battery as we came across the line. And you can see we don't have the same grip anymore as we had on Samuel Bean because we went right around the outside of Samuel Bean. We were going to try and go for the switchback, a bit too much understeer in the dirt here. And you can see on the exit the rear tires are starting to give up in this last lap of the race. I still reckon we have slightly more grip than Simon on those old mediums though. You see Louis Welch was a bit wide in that hairpin, and on the exit using a bit of overtake to try and stay right with Simon through this middle sector. Looks like we cannot get P4 anymore, but P5 is definitely still up for grabs. You can see how much battery we have as we go near the final sector. Now, again, using a little bit of the overtake on this exit to try and stay right with Simon. Simon goes a little bit wide, which means we're going to get a better exit right here. You can see we're almost on his gearbox, coming through here, trying to get some clean air on my front wing. And you can see we're right with him. We have so much more slipstream than Simon will have. We have a full battery, and now we're going to go down the inside. Simon decides to go for the slipstream of Louis Welch. Louis Welch is flickering, which means under 10% battery. Go down the inside. I have a little bit of a lock-up, so I missed the apex a bit, which means Simon gets a beautiful switchback on us. But we still have a little bit of tire advantage, which makes us get into P5.
I'll take that.
As you can hear me say there, I'll take that. Very happy with that, to be honest. No practice done for this race whatsoever. I was a bit lost with the setup in the qualifying. So yeah, P5, I'm happy with that. From P17 on the grid. Very, very solid race. We showed that even though we did not have any qualifying pace, we managed to still have very good race pace, which gives me hope for this PSGL season. As you saw in F1 Esports, many times I lacked qualifying pace, but in a 50% race, it's just slightly easier to overtake because of the more variance with strategy, as in a 35% race, which It's very nice. We got the fast lap of the race as well, so theoretically it would have been 1 point extra, but this is a pre-season race, so no points are awarded. Our teammate John Evans DNF'd as he spun in the third lap. Poor John. He was very fast. I saw his practice times a few times, so he was very fast, but unfortunately couldn't do well in the race. So hope you guys enjoyed the race. Sorry. Make sure to like and subscribe if you guys want to see more league racing content, and see you guys next time. Ciao.